Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tag Kids studio. Wow, how fast is this month going? It is week 3 of endurance. Sticking with what you started, even when it gets tough. Do you guys know that the Bible is full of awesome true stories of people who had a big job to do and they needed God's help and His endurance to stick with it right through to the end. So today, we're not going to be looking at a whole Bible story, we're actually going to be looking at one verse. This verse is going to help us to get real with each other and talk about endurance and what it really looks like for us. In fact, it's such an important verse that it's our verse of the month. It's Galatians 6, verse 9. Let us not become tired of doing good. At the right time, we will gather a crop if we don't give up.
And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Galatians. Chapter 6, verse 9.
Jack had wanted a white shepherd puppy for as long as, well, forever. And he didn't let his parents forget about it either. Not even on the drive over to Grandma's for Sunday dinner. Shepherds are super smart. He could be a watchdog. And he could shed white fur all over the entire house. I'll vacuum once a week. Taking care of a dog is a lot more work than that, Jack. I'll feed him and walk him and everything. We had a German shepherd when I was a kid. She jumped up and put her muddy paws on everything. I'll train him. There's this cool online class I found. Jack leaned between the seats to show his mom his media player. That's at least 20 minutes a day for 2 months. I can do it. I promise. Jack's parents exchanged a glance. And, well, Jack was convinced he'd lost the argument again. But Jack was surprised when the following Sunday, they pulled up in front of a house instead of Grandma's apartment. I thought we were going to Grandma's for birthday cake. We thought you might like your birthday present first. As Jack climbed out of the car, he grinned when he saw a pack of 4 puppies scamper from around the corner of the house. Right behind them came a young woman wearing a flannel shirt with a messy hair bun on top of her head. She smiled. You must be Jack. I'm Amelia. I raise American Shepherds. You can pick one, Jack. Grinning Jack knelt down as he let a pile of puppies climb all over him. One with really big ears licked him right on the nose. This one! Look at the size of these paws. He'll get big, so start training right away. He needs to learn to obey now while he's little. I'm gonna train him all by myself. That's great. But you've really got to stick with it to see results. For the first week, training the new puppy, Phantom, was pretty fun. Sit! Phantom rolled on the ground, flopped around a bit, and didn't exactly sit. But it was awfully cute. So Jack gave him a treat. Okay, close enough. Have a treat. Heel. They raced around the yard, Phantom dragging Jack around on the leash. I said heel. Oh, wait, what does the video say? Jack checked his media player to see what the online trainer said, and oh, Phantom took off after the neighbor's cat. Phantom, no! No, Phantom! Oh, 5 minutes? Well, that's plenty for this morning. We'll try later. It was a lot of fun to play with Phantom, but getting up every morning early to feed him, not so much fun. Jack, Phantom's on the sofa again. Oh, hey, down, boy. Phantom guiltily jumped off the sofa, only to jump up on Mom's black work slacks. Ugh. Jack, he's getting worse. I thought we said training every day. Yeah, well, I am. Sort of. It just doesn't help. Later that afternoon, Phantom was set off by the doorbell. Jack was still trying to shush and quiet him down when Jack's mom ushered someone into the living room. It was Amelia. You've got company, Jack. Oh, hi. Amelia knelt down on the floor beside Jack and Phantom. Phantom continued barking and jumping all over her. Your mom thought you might need a little help. How's it going? Jack considered telling Amelia that everything was all right, but it wasn't. Well, I try, but he doesn't listen. So I sort of just give up. Phantom calmed down in Amelia's lap. There's a lot of advice I can give you about training, and I will, but here's the very most important thing to start with. She held out her smartphone. Jack took it and stared at the screen. Is this in the Bible? Sure is. Book of Galatians. Let us not become tired of doing good. At the right time, we will gather a crop if we don't give up. A crop? Like corn or something? It just means good results. Don't give up because it takes time to get good results. If you spend 20 minutes a day working with Phantom, you may not see changes right away, but over time, I promise it'll be worth it. Jack reached out to pet Phantom's silky ears. Could you maybe help me get started again? Amelia smiled at Jack's mother, who stood in the doorway, and she winked at Jack. Sure thing. Let's go outside. Jack watched Amelia demonstrate the basics, and she showed Jack when to give Phantom treats for obeying well. You have to show him that you're the leader of his dog pack. Phantom didn't always listen to Amelia right away, but she didn't give up and she didn't lose her temper. After a few minutes, she let Jack try again. Feeling a little better? Yeah, I can do this. For the next few weeks, Jack spent 20 minutes every day after school training Phantom. Sit. Stay. Good boy. It took a whole month, but eventually, Phantom began to listen very well. He stayed off the furniture, and he didn't even pull on his leash. He's like a different dog. He's the best dog ever. I'm so proud of you for sticking with it. Jack grinned as he hugged his furry new best friend. Training Phantom had been a lot of work, but it was completely worth it.
Sometimes we can just get so frustrated when we're trying something new because we just don't see the results fast enough. I mean, it's like maybe you've been learning the piano for a month and you still can't play an entire song without mucking it up. Or maybe it's no matter how hard you try, when you're playing soccer, you're trying to kick a goal and you just simply can't seem to do it as easily as the other kids can. But you know, it can be like that with anything new that you try. You know, learning something new and getting good at it can actually take some time. It takes endurance. And sometimes, you know, you won't see the results of your hard work right away. And so you've just got to keep sticking at it, keep working at it, and then one day you'll suddenly realise, hey, I played an entire song on the piano and I didn't make a single mistake. Or, wow, in the last few games of soccer, I kicked 3 goals. Wow, that's pretty amazing considering I couldn't do that a while ago. You know, and it's just like Paul says in the Bible, you know, we shouldn't get tired of doing good things and living in God's way, because God's way is always worth it. Sticking to what you started is totally worth it. And that's what I want you guys to remember this week. I should stick with it because it's worth it. Hey everyone, it's table talk time. How did you go with last week's question? In case you've forgotten what it is, last week's question was, what do you do when things don't go your way? I hope you had some great discussions around that. Don't forget to download our table talk sheet and also our God time activities for this week. So, for table talk, as a family, this is the question for you to discuss. Is there something in your life that's worth sticking with? It's a pretty good question. I think we could all probably come up with some good answers for that. So what is happening in your life? What's in your life that you think is worth sticking with? Have a great week.
Thanks for joining us today at Tag Kids. And don't forget, if you have any prayer requests, practical needs, or anything, just let us know. And we look forward to catching up with you guys next week.